I always accommodate you. For example, I don't like this kind of light, it hurts my eyes. You know very precisely. You just go here, look at it for 5 minutes, and you see how it feels. But I still have to come at night only because nights are the time that you have time. You understand? I always have to accommodate you already. So don't think that I expect you to do things and I don't do things for you. I always do according to your time, your convenience. Most of the time, unless I cannot help it. But you never do the things that is convenient for me. For example, 2 days already, I keep asking, how much is the land over there? Yesterday, they don't know. Today, they know how much it costs. But don't tell me the size of the land. And then I asked him, oh, maybe about 4 or 5 acres. 4 is different than 5. Do you know? Especially for us, huh? 1 acre, you can sit how many thousands of people? At least 1,000. For example, huh? Or pitch 400 tents, for example, huh? Less than 1 acres less, you cannot park 50 cars. Do you know what that means? 50 cars, so 1 car, 5 person. 10 car? Huh? 50. 1,000 car, 500 people. That makes the difference, you understand? So don't tell me it's maybe like this, maybe like that. I want the exact answer. And you know I'm not here very long. You walk the way like this, and then you expect your society to get better, and everybody run for you. And you complain to me, oh, that person outside, people do things slowly. Look at yourself, how you do it. Even if I train you, I make example for you, you still do the same thing, like outside society people. So how can you blame them? You have to be better before you can criticize people. For example, today I heard that the contact person make many people angry, like, no, not displeased, and don't cooperate, like the old Vietnamese person, for example, because he speaks English here. Well, he's not the only contact person here, actually. He's not the chief of the contact persons here. We have 3. 1 is for American, English speaking, 1 Vietnamese and 1 Chinese. Of course, if you have Spanish or anything, you can volunteer, but we can't have the whole language group to translate everything here. And we don't have personage for that. And we don't have that many Spanish or French that we need, you know, everybody one representative. So English is okay. And for the small percentage of the people who don't understand English, the other contact person must take care, right? That they group together somewhere and then translate it for them or later. That's very easy to do. And even that, I must take care. But I told this already long time before. Not that I did not teach you what to do. I don't say the contact person is good. That's why today I don't want to see him. Not because of that. Many other things. For example, the land. Already 2-3 days, and I have no definite answer. The way you work, I cannot need you. If you can do, then you make a mess. If you cannot do, then you take it slowly. Anyhow, a contact person, just to organize things only. You understand? Don't expect him to be Buddha. Even Buddha cannot bear you. You ask yourself, and you know why. If you are the most perfect person on earth, then you can criticize others. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut and help. He's busy too, huh? He has to do a lot of things. If something he cannot do, or he forgot, you remind him, oh brother, there are many people here there you cannot understand. Can you repeat, or can you help us, find a translator for us or something? Why don't you ask something? Why don't you do something for your ass self? Why don't you just lay there and wait for everybody to serve you? Even the contact person or anybody is the same thing. And just a small thing like that, you make discord in this group. And if everybody complain like this every day, nothing's done. You have to do things because it's your duty, it's yourself, or your good spiritual practice, not because of the contact person, whether he's lousy or good. If anything you're not satisfied, you have to tell him. ask him to improve it. That's a good criticism. You can criticize. But what about construction idea? You have to tell him what is the next. Yeah? Okay, that is no good. You have to do this. Is that not so? And when he don't do it, then you can fix him. He's just like you. He forget. He forget or he make mistakes. It's allowed, Don't you ever make mistake every day? Anyone who don't make mistake, please raise your hand. Okay, then you know. Even I myself apologize for sometimes when I do mistakes. Yeah? If that is even a mistake at all. Mostly due to the other things that I cannot handle. The world is not my place. I don't come here to stay. For example, like that. We have 3 contact persons, so each one must take care of his or her own group. Make sure that your people understand everything, right? That's why I have 3 languages, different contact persons, for this purpose. Besides, I already told you, all of you, that you must have translation, yeah, for different people. Even as I buy different TV, so each group watch different language. What else can I do for you, Shampoo your hair? Take a shower for you? Or chew your bread for you? What else? Complain, complain, complain. All the time. Any excuse we do. Just complain and criticize. And no constructive ideas. You have to work together for your sake and for other people. Not for a contact person. And contact person is not supposed to be there all the time and to do everything for you. Contact person is exactly just what it is. Contacting you. That's all. And if you happen not to understand his language, then you have to ask him again. Please give translation or please speak in other languages. For example, it's okay that he speaks English here because the majority of the people understand English. That's perfect. And we already said English should be the official English here, language here. Didn't I say so? And if just the minority of people cannot understand, then you have to organize yourself, Sit somewhere in a group and then... But no, you don't even go and sit in a group yourself. If you don't understand, you have to organize your own group. And every time you sit there and demand a translation, and if they can provide it even, sometimes they cannot. If you speak Spanish or French, and if they cannot find a translator, then it's okay. You have to find a way, all right? I don't want to hear any more complaint. I want to hear that you progress spiritually, that your idea getting more noble, that you serve people more every day, unselfishly and unconditionally. I don't hear you complain. I don't want to. What for? I should be the one who complain most. But I even take everything with a laugh. You don't know? You ever see that? Do you think I have everything every day at my disposal? Anything I want? Even the thing I want to do for you is difficult. Just to buy a piece of land next door over there. 3 days already, I have no answer. And I have to leave very soon. And then things will not be done. Or when I turn around, or I turn my back and go somewhere else, and then you did it a different way. The thing you have to do, you don't do it. And the thing you shouldn't do, you mess around, make more trouble. This is all the play of the ego. And you are willing to work for the dictation of the Maya, the king of the devil. That's why it's very difficult to work with you. And that's why you cannot help me. And sometimes you're not even willing to help. You think you help me. Actually, you're only helping yourself. I'm only the cause for it. So that you know what to do. If you think you work for me or anybody, you're wrong. You came here for this work. For whatever work you are assigned to do, that is your mission. That's why you came to this world. You have promised God to come down here and do this, and others. That's why things just happening and come to you. The job, the work. And if you don't take it, next time you have to come back again and finish it. And next time will be more work. Not only that. The more you come down, the more complicated. That's why the more we stay here, the more difficult for us to come up to heaven. Huh? The work is not for me, not for anybody, it's for yourself. The poor people and the needy people, they are there just for you, to help you to better yourself, to expand your love, to heighten your consciousness. Don't think you help anybody at all. Don't be so stupid. Even if that person really needs help, it is your opportunity. He is your opportunity so that you can do the noble work. You understand or not? Yes. I really hope you do. The way you work, I don't think you ever did. I hope in the future you will understand. And don't complain that that person don't let me understand. He speak English, so I don't work with him. He's lousy or something like that. There are many Vietnamese here who understand English, so why don't you ask any person take turn and translate for each other? Isn't that simple? Huh? If you cannot translate simultaneously, you can even take notes and later talk to them. Or remind the contact person to speak in Vietnamese again. But if he does that all the time, you don't have time to meditate. He has to speak English and Vietnamese. It takes a long time. And how about the Chinese? They will complain too. What? He always speaks Vietnamese. How about us Chinese? Everybody wants to be the boss here and want to be the priority. How can that be? You have to help, not to make trouble. You have to sacrifice, to offer, not to make demand. Even I cannot make demand on anybody. Did I ever demand you to do anything? No. Only concerning your welfare, yeah? And even then, I just explain to you, I don't demand. It's very easy to work together, huh? We come here to practice spiritually, not to come here to look who is bad, who is good, huh? We are not politicians here that we have to criticize them. Oh, this party is better, that party is better. We take turn to work, huh? We try to train ourselves to more discipline and more leadership so that we can help other people who are younger, who are not initiated, who don't have enough wisdom. Help them to survive and to better themselves. It's not to come here to make demand and always sit there and waiting for everything to put in front of your table, and still then you don't want to eat it. That's the way you treat me too. Everything you must wait for me. Every time, anywhere. Sometimes it's really tiring because look at you, you are grown-up people. You're not children that you have to be patted on the shoulder all the time and taken care of. Have to realize that we are big people now. Especially if you already have wisdom, if you think you are so proud of your wisdom, then you better use it. Help other people, not always expect help. We're not beggars, are we not? Are we beggars or something? Always hang out, waiting for people to do things for you? Are you brain damaged? Yes? No. I hope not. Are you incapable of thinking? Your hands or your feet or your mouth has trouble? No. Then why don't you use them? It's very easy to criticize, but what is your better idea, you know? If you don't have any better idea, then shut up and let other people get on with their work to serve you. I think it's the best way. Don't like this person, don't like that person. Anytime I choose a contact person you don't like, This person like, that person don't like. And that person like, the other person don't like. When will you like anything? Then come out yourself and be a contact person and see how lousy you will become. Then you know. Never anybody can satisfy anybody. And that is for sure. Jesus, he came down, just a handful of people like him. And the rest don't. Until now, many people still don't like him. They still curse him. Buddha is the same thing. So who are you anyhow? Who is a contact person to please all of you? What can he do? He has family to take care. He has his business. He has his income tax and anything else to do. Huh? He's just like you, except he take on extra burden for you. So you have to help him, whoever that is. And if he's truly lousy, then you tell me. We discuss and get another one. But anybody will be lousy, I warn you, because nobody is perfect. He's just a contact person. What do you expect? Huh? You just sit there and wait to pick him out. Oh, he do that no good. He do that no good. He do that also no good. Anything is no good. And what you do, that's good. Just because you're a little bit older or you're a little bit more respected in the society, you don't expect better treatment here. I'm not treated better either. You know very well. Huh? Every time I go to the airport, they just treat me like you, like dirt, even worse. Huh? You know that. Sometimes they search me all over everywhere. And what shall I do? I tell them I'm a Supreme Master Ching Hai. Don't touch me. Would I do that? Or I get angry with them and never come to America again? Would I do that? Right. So you know, you're nothing special. Even me, I'm your teacher. If you call me a teacher, I'm nothing special. Why should you be special anywhere at all? Especially here. Here you come to practice, to develop your own wisdom and ability. And by the way, if your center, need anything to help, you must be willing to find a way to help, not to sit there and waiting for people to ask you. And if you don't help, just shut up. Nobody force you to do anything. You have to understand, if you want to help, then it's from your heart, right? To find a way. When there is a will, there is a way. This is just making an excuse because you're lazy. You don't want to help, and then you by the way, you make other people blacken their name, huh? Just for your own benefit. Every time you say, oh no, he never speak to me, he only speak English, so I don't care. Who don't care? I don't care for what? It's your business. For example, if everybody was eating and you're hungry, wouldn't you not try with your own initiative in a foreign land to ask for food? Huh? And you could come and say to other people, say, oh, all here they all speak Spanish. You came to Spain and they say they all speak Spanish there. I'm angry. I'm not eating their food. I'm not going to eat. I don't cooperate with them. I don't eat their food. Will you do that? No. Then why? Why you do that to the jobs that need to be done? It's very easy to ask. There's no need so much language. Huh? If you see something need to be done, you just do it. Or find somebody who know how to explain it to you. Huh? There's always a way to know something, right? When I go to India, I have never one word of translation. I have to find out a way to ask people. And if I cannot ask people, forget it. I just sit there and try to understand it with my soul. Or later find somebody to see if anything concerning me or concerning if I can help, then I do it. Nobody can serve everybody to perfection. Not every day, every time, especially we are the international group. You know very well. You want me to restrict my teaching, my benefit to all Vietnamese? If you want, you tell me. Is that so? So why then the problem? Or do you really want me to benefit only the old people that don't understand English? You want me to do that? You think it's correct? Okay, then what is the problem? Why you have to harbor the discord feeling in your heart to affect the atmosphere of the beautiful place here? You have to do very, very little already. Huh? Very little. Most of the organizations, or even the disciples of any guru, if they want any place, they must put money together, and wait until they have put enough money together, and go look for land themselves and buy it. And they have to beg the master to come, pay his ticket, pay his hotel room, pay everything, until the master appear. Here, you do nothing at all. Everything the master do. Master pay money, master look for land for you, master fill out all the form or take care of all the formality. No, you do nothing at all. Just a little bit taking care of the center, and you make trouble. Any contact person, you make trouble. You don't like Becky because he's this and that. And then you don't like Ngo Kang Hong because he's that and this. And now you don't like Tong because he's this and that. Who you want to like? Next, you will not like me too, because I'm this and that too. I tell you, I'm not perfect. I cannot please you every time, especially your ego. I only work to elevate your spirit. I don't care what you think, what I am, and what I should do, and how I behave. I know what to behave, I know what to do, and I know what I am. Anyone else think is make no difference to me. I know whatever I do is correct, perfect, and good, because I do it with my heart, and with the only sole motive is to make other people elevated, liberated. Not exactly to make them happy, because the things that make you happy is not always good for you. Today you're happy, tomorrow you're sad. Who cares about your mood? If you want to listen to your mood, it's okay with me, but I don't have to cater to your mood every time, because that's not always good for you. I will do what is good for you in the long run, and I know. Okay? So the contact person, he perhaps not a Buddha, but he tries his best. Everybody comes up, is just similar. If he's good as this, he will not be good as that. And vice versa. Or you choose your own. You come up. We make a political party, maybe a Democrat, and another one is Republican and what that, and then vote. You want that? Even then, half of the America are for Republican, and the other half also for maybe Democrats. You never can please everybody. They can only do their best, So that's why I never let you vote for the contact person, because it's not necessary. Of course, if you happen to know somebody is good, then you tell me, because you're more close with each other, and then I say, okay, now that's person, really, not bad, okay. Most of the time I just know somebody, and if he's okay, I just select him, because anybody is the same. If I know you more, if you appear more in my mind, I probably would have selected you. So it's the same. If you think you're okay and I neglected you, then just tell me. But last time we already make a vote, no? That's why we picked him, Because you voted for him, no?
Yes.
I remember that. Did you vote for him?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so now you complain, Okay, you see that? Even we're very democratic here. And you complain about everything. So we can never do anything that just really please your ego. So you must know that. You must know the limit and don't make trouble. Whatever you can do, if you want to, try find a way to do it. If you cannot and you're lazy, you don't want to do it, and just keep quiet. People don't really miss one person or two person. They don't really need your effort. Of course, the more the better. But it's only for your sake that you do something. Because that means you're a good person, that's all. You're satisfied with yourself. You, your conscience, will check up with you and think, I'm not bad. I know my motive is clear. I know I'm very unselfish. I know I'm loving. I try to help all the time, whenever I can, unconditionally. And that's good for you. You understand? That's all. And you're calm, peaceful, contented. And one more contented person in this world contribute to the peaceful atmosphere of this planet. If you want to make that contribution, of course, it's good for everybody, including yourself. If you don't want to, okay, find the other way, or come back next time and contribute. But of course, nobody wants to come back again. That's why I hurry you sometimes. Tell you check yourself up. Try to finish your mission before your life span end. And that's all there is. But if you choose to come back again, welcome. Don't think that you do things for me or for the contact person, for anybody else. It's for you. One more or less person in this world don't make any difference. Because you must expect from yourself to progress better and better every day, no? You have to expect yourself, not I expect or the next person or the neighbor. Is that not so? Yes, you have to set a standard for yourself. So that every day you look back yesterday and feeling that you've done your best, You have become better. You're clearer in your mind, in your heart about what you're living for, why you're here. And you honestly, check yourself up, That's why I give you the spiritual diary, so that you know yourself, that you are graduating or not. Are you having a good point in any lessons learned or not? That's how you become a master, master of yourself, of your own destiny. Not necessarily sit here and talk or convincing people. The hardest part is convince ourselves. Because if you know you are lousy, which you cannot deny, in the deepest of your conscience, when you sleep, that you know that. And if the whole world praise you, you still don't like it. You still are not at peace with yourself, because you know you have not done the best. So whatever it is, it's come to ourselves only, So don't bother seeing this person, that person, and criticizing anybody. Okay, I don't say that you are bad and the contact person is good. I never say that. He's only a contact person. Contact person. A person who contact. For me, whenever I want to come here, probably some people tell, Master coming this time, that time. So his job is to tell you, Master will come 12, 13 April, What time? At the airport or here? You should be happy that somebody do that. Fancy if no contact person, who I contact? I cannot phone a 1,500 person before I go on the airplane. I can do that, but then it takes a lot of time, My secretary can do that too. It takes a lot of time and long distance call. It's unnecessary waste of money and time. See that? So that's why we have a contact person or 2 or 3. Actually, one contact person enough. But because I know human nature, they will compare. Why? Why only American contact person? Master don't like us. Yeah. So I'm very understanding. Vietnamese also have, Chinese have. If there are enough Chinese or Vietnamese in that region to demand service, then of course we have everything. In some places we also have Spanish if we can afford it. We have a lot of Spanish here too. If I speak all the languages, then of course can do. You just allow me 6 more years, I learn everything. Then I come back. If I am still alive and if you are still alive. And then you have to quit everything, your job, your family, everything, and come here. Then I give this course from morning till night. First begin with Vietnamese because they think I'm Vietnamese, and then the Chinese because I know Chinese, and then English, and then Spanish, and then French, and then German, and then Dutch, and then what next? Yeah? Then you have to stay all day here. You cannot go to work even. because that's not polite. I'm here. If I speak any language, you must listen. I'm waiting for your turn. If you live in the middle like this, the atmosphere is broken, no? And then I will not continue the discourse anymore. You think it's possible? No. Of course it is, according to your opinion and your ego and your ever demanding and never give in nature. Everything is possible for your sake. So whenever you want to demand something and complain, you have to think first, okay? Think about the circumstances, about the situation, about the lucky lot that you have, that you find a master, to find a supreme method for your life and your relatives and friends, and the benefit no end, with nothing, no cost, no demand. Did I demand you do something for me that regard initiation? Nothing. Nothing at all, huh? The precept is natural, you must keep. Huh? If you don't keep, it's okay. Go kill somebody and then go to jail. 3 strikes. Oh, I don't mind. You understand? So nothing I demand of you at all. Even to come to see me or not to come see me. To meditate or not to meditate. Everything is up to you. I already let bear everything. And you chose to stay with me or not. Okay? And sometime in the middle you don't want, you can't even go. No problem. Or sometime in the middle I think you are not sincere. I tell you, go home, take a rest. Take a vacation from Buddha's land. From, not for. Huh? Mm-hmm. And then when you think it over, you can come back. Thing like that. So we are actually more democratic than any other, so-called social group or organization or any party or any country. Not even America is that democratic. Your constitution. This is the best constitution. Because we only teach people to be a noble person, better being, not constitutionally degrading, and using constitution for the bad ends. So actually, this constitution should be for the whole world. But then again, people are free to follow it or not. That's the problem. And that's why communism works. And Jinhaism doesn't. Because we don't force people. We can only reason and tell them what to do. And is their right to choose or not. All right. Do you have any question? No? Good. That means you have understood. It's very good that I came too early today. How come not too many people today? Gone home, huh? Oh, I see, okay. But they didn't do anything before they gone home? Yes?
I've got a question about explaining the teaching.
What?
You said that there's only 1 or 2 true masters.
There's no boys today must go working? Huh? Is your job today? No?
You said that there's only 1 or 2 true masters.
Yeah.
And
so?
My question is, all of the other partial or so-called masters, it seems to me that from what I know, it's best for them to come for initiation here.
That's what you think? Is that right?
From what I know,
Now why don't you tell them?
Well, it seems to me that I think they know more about the teaching, especially the ones that do sound and light and are supposed to be enlightened. I'm sure they know a whole lot more about who you are and about the teaching.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You mean those people who are already partially kind of understanding the truth, right? When they come for initiation, they would understand quicker, right? Is that what you mean? Because they are higher level? Because they already been a master, thing like that? Not necessarily. People sometimes can masticate the writing documents, but cannot understand the essence behind it. What we are having here is not the outer status and the outer theory, but the inner understanding of what it is. And it's very difficult for many people to truly understand that. It's just like people can advertise for milk but cannot feel benefit from it. Sometimes people, because they keep advertising for milk all the time, they don't think of milk even. They don't even want to have anything to do with it. They think they know everything already. For example, it works sometimes like that. In Myeongli, every monk and nun, every residence have allowance every month to buy whatever they want. Of course, free of charge, from my fund. And some of them buy a lot, some of them buy very little. I don't put restriction. But of course, most of them know how to moderate their demand, because we have a lot of things already in the center. We have food, free, 3 meals a day, or 2 meals, it depends on what you want. And then fruits, even free, and dessert, free, dessert including sweet cake sometimes, or fruit, or anything. Coffee and tea are free too. And so are the in-between time snacks, like sesame powder, or milk powder, yes, or sometimes instant noodle, some ice cream. What else? Wow, they have all kind of fancy stuff. I don't even touch it. I don't even know. Miahu, what it means is all kind of mix. There are some kind of powder which are mixed by different kind of cereals, cereal powder mixed, which is very nutritious, sometimes like that. So all these are free already. But in case, because I don't want people to feel that they need anything and they cannot have it. It's a very difficult feeling. It's very terrible. So I allow them, even with all that, they can have their personal choice as well. Even with all that free already. Some people say 1 or 2 person don't ever take any order, because she said, I cannot even eat all of this food already. And that's not included tea time with me, or watching TV, watching video, thing like that. And that we have all kind of fruit and cakes and melon seeds and tea and all kind of herbal nutritious tea, or sometimes pudding and things like that for us at sometime at tea time when I have time. We sit together, drink tea and eat cakes and things like that, and then watch some very educational movie or fun movie to relax, Now and again, not every day. We don't have time. I don't have time, and they cannot do that every day, okay, when I'm home, So it's too much already. But even then, I'm a very free person. So every resident can write out whatever she or he needs, be it eating or drinking or any unreasonable thing. It's okay. But everybody do that. And some people orders a lot, some people order little. But it's okay. I don't limit. Okay. Sometimes1万多 NT 是多少美金？谁知道？400块美金，真的400哈？超过或是少？超过 ？OK， so。不过1万多的啦，所以就400。OK， so some person order around $400 snacks per month. Just for himself. Yes. But that, for example, for example, for example, I never said anything, but last month they see the increasing demand in the monthly money supply, so they have a meeting together and decided that they should not order so much. Some of the overwhelmed people should decrease in their demand. Thing like that. For example, but why do I say thing like this? What was it then?
Milk and cereal.
I know that.
The essence of the inner.
Huh?
The inner understanding.
Freely
Yeah, free choice. Was that.
giving.
The inner understanding.
Huh?
Inner understanding.
That's too far away, honey.
He said how free he was in giving us, all the time, and you never.
But the purpose.
Master.
Huh?
The master, about the master.
Forget it, all of you sleeping. I know, I'm very boring. Sorry about that. So I will make myself more lively for your benefit, okay? Now, all right. Okay, I think I just want to tell you that, huh? I don't know. Oh, it's okay. Some of them, they order a lot, huh? Order a lot. What I mean is like that. So last month they gathered together and think we should stop it, yeah? So maybe they make it less now. But I say, never mind. I already promise you that whatever you want, you can have for your own spiritual solar plexus demand. So it's all right. So I don't even restrict you, but if you decide together that you should have less, then it's all right. It's even better, because sometimes you eat too much, you confuse your stomach. Yeah, sometimes carrot needs a little bit longer time, and coffee needs a little bit longer time. Then you pack them all together in 8 hours a day. He cannot bear it. So I discovered that the persons who order a lot are the person who are often more sick than other people. Yeah. And so I told them, you see, with all this food, you're not even any better than anyone else who order only $100 or $50 or $200. You see that? Yeah. And most of the female order less, and they look more pinky. And the male are the one who eat more. And they look so pale. I said, compare yourself, and you know. Thing like that. But what I don't mean to tell you all this because of that. But what I meant is they are so free to ask for what they want. For 10 years, I have never checked the account to see who order much, who order less. It's just recently, because it's brought into my notice. And they wanted to have a gather together. Because normally monk and nun separate, the resident male and female separate. There's no reason they get together at all, except when we watch TV together and things like that. So they asked my permission to get together because of the meeting. Because it's increasing every month. Every month, there's no less, it's just always more. More money allowance for monthly supply, for personal things. And you don't know what? Toothpaste and everything else is free, huh? Forget to tell you. This is only for their own eating. Yeah, because sometimes they buy things expensive, like, durian fruit, The smelly one and sticky one? Yeah, that one. 1 kilo is about 600 to 1,000 NT. And they buy a box or something like that. For example, or if they want to buy grapes, they demand American grapes. Funny. I say, why? What's the difference? Yeah. And my opinion, in my opinion, Japanese grapes is better. And it's nearer. I say, if you demand Japanese grape, I would understand, because it's sweeter and it's fragrant. One kind only, the other kind not. It's a very dark one, dark and juicy, very fragrant. When you eat it, it has the fragrance as well as the sweetness, and just reasonably sweet. And it has a little bit of salty taste in it too. So it's just nice. Yeah, the other grape either too sour, too sweet, too plain, something like that, Maybe I have happened to, it's okay, don't worry. It's me, I'm fiddling. Yeah. So they demand American grape. I said, what is the reason for that? It's just more expensive. For example, that's all, you see? And if they see me drink beer without alcohol, they must have it too. And not 1 box, 4 boxes. And if they see me mix beer with 7-Up, they must mix it too. So another 4 boxes. Yeah. Might as well. When you order, it takes a long time to come. So 4 boxes each. It's more convenient. Yeah, so I always make joke with them. I say, wow, you monks here are really renunciate. Yeah, you don't eat rice. You don't eat rice, because the Chinese people, rice is staple food. When we say rice, we mean also vegetable and main meal, all kind of things. I said, wow, you don't eat your meal. Wow, you're so austere, You monks are really good, austere, renunciating people. You don't eat rice, you only eat pizza. And you don't even drink water, you only drink beer and 7-Up. Coca-Cola and all kind. Yeah, whatever you name it, they have it. And even banana, you refrain from taking. You only eat durian and American grapes. So they laugh, but they don't take a hint. So the money for allowance keep, raising the level of consciousness about money, rising up all the time, until they themselves feel bad. The nuns feel bad. Also, the nun, they order only half of the price, or maybe 1/10 or 1/5. The monks are the planet eater, I call them. I say, if you're not careful, you eat the whole planet up. But even then, I never tell them that you should stop. They have to decide themselves. So even then, what I mean is they're so free to decide everything, and to buy what they want. For 10 years, I never check up on them. But it's just that one person, a monk, he took care of the buying for all the monks' supply. And since then, he never buy. Because he fed up with it. He saw too many every day, so he didn't take anything. So the same with spiritual teacher that you say, they saw too many books. And so they think they know everything. Now just to mention about anything, they just don't want to hear. They think they know everything already. So it could be they don't really understand the way you do. Same with that monk who order the food, who buy food for, you run to buy food for the monks. So he get fed up with it. He's like, he just had it. Yeah, he didn't have to eat it. He just see the list and he faints already. And when he brought all the box home, he felt already full. Because to buy all these supplies takes some time too, because they demand different things. And you have to go to different places to search for them. Especially a particular thing, then you must go to particular places. So perhaps this make him feel fed up. But since then, he never write out his own order because he don't need anything. Yes, this has psychological effect too, Yeah. For example, in my place, people store a lot of things for me. If you open my refrigerator, there must be 4 or 5 dozen kinds of different fruit juice, and dozen kinds of different, gassy drink, carbonated drinks, soft drinks. Even beer, a few different kinds. And all kind of fruit juice and tea and nutritious soybean sauce, everything like that. But all I drink is water. Yeah, every day. And not every day I drink water. It means on my bed there are two bottles, one with gas and one without. It's for my choice, personal choice. Because sometimes I cannot take the gases, but I don't like the flat taste of Evian water. But sometimes I cannot drink too much with gas, so I take a sip here and a sip there. And that 2 little bottles, about quarter of a liter. They're very small, but like that size, very small. How much is that? A pint? Half a pint? Huh? A glass? Huh? 12 ounces, the smallest of the Perrier, and the Evian water. 12 ounces? Okay. These 2 bottles are my company on bed. And sometimes it takes about 1 week or 2 weeks to finish them. That's the only thing I drink. But in my fridge, everything is there. And even just to look at them put me off for life. Maybe they buy too much. Just because I have guests. Sometimes, also sometimes I invite them. Sometimes people come to work for me and nail in something and then take it out again because it's wrong and nail it back again, things like that. Yeah. And then I have to offer them drinks and things like that. I have to even feel sorry for them, for the things they've done, or the nail on the head or something like that. Yes. So that's why in my place they are everything, but it's not for me. Because I am a very plain person. I eat plain food. I drink plain water. There's nothing much that I need. See, the only reason I drink mineral water because it's more convenient. It's already bottled. It's easy to screw it and put it there, And besides, they buy it for me. And I don't drink that much, so I don't worry about what I drink. See? But when I eat the meal, I probably drink a glass of non-alcoholic beer and mix with 7-Up. Yeah, but not every day. Not every day. Yeah, not every day. Or sometimes I drink other kind, but very rarely. This is my staple diet. It's like that. But in my fridge, you find all kind of world-class drinks. From herbal teas to soya drink and fruit teas, of herb tea and fruit juice, all kind. Anything that in the world you can buy, you will see it in my fridge or in my storeroom. Anything. But I hardly touch them at all. I don't remember how many years since I drink this kind of fruit juice. Sometimes, I drank it yesterday. A little bit water, no, not water, apple juice, because you put it in the car. Sometimes I have nothing to do, and I sit in the car, and it's nothing to do, so I saw some apple juice, okay, I just fill it with it and then drink. It's not necessarily I like it, something like that. So, when you have too much, and you probably get fed up with it. Same with spiritual theory. They have too much theory, and they became a teacher of some kind. It's okay, they can be a scholar, but not a master. And sometimes people get mixed up with, when the people teach you something, you call it master or a teacher. So, not necessarily that they will absorb our teaching as quickly because of their profession, because they're already in that way. It's different. They have to start from zero again. Because we go like this, and they go like that. And if they want to come back here, it's even slower than you. So don't look down upon yourself. Even with all your stupidity and my scolding, you're still better. It's just that you're too slow for my liking. Yeah? Just perhaps I'm not running out of patience, I'm just running out of time. I like to take care of as many possible people. If I already do my job, I want to do it quick. Yeah? I want we grow up together. Quick. And take as many as destined people with us. You know what I mean? I don't want to come back again. That's all. And you must help me so that we don't have to come back again. Because if I come back, I will surely drag you back. I promise you. I promise you. I will not let you get away with it. Especially you, my trouble causer. Complaining all the time. Master don't come enough and contact person speak Vietnamese. If he speak English, you say, why don't he speak Vietnamese? If he speak Vietnamese, why don't he speak English? And if he speak English, why don't he speak Chinese? What? Nobody is so talented like me, I don't mean nobody, but not too many people. It's okay, take them as they are, I don't mean he's perfect, Far from it. That's why I just don't let him come in. Some of my instruction he didn't follow to the letter. I make trouble. Never mind. We have to bear it all together. Okay? Brother, are you satisfied or I talk too much? Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. I carry on, Sometimes I get carried away with stories. But you like it, huh? Yeah. Just lengthen the time that I sit here. Doesn't matter what I say, it's all right. Stretch it to infinity. Any other question? Oh. Yeah.
Can I speak Chinese?
No. Why?
Go to from a mainland.
Oh. So
China.
what is the problem with you? Huh? Really a good question? 真的好的问题吗？不然我会骂人哦。
Yes.
我不喜欢人家乱blah blah，为了要吸引我注意力，你要清楚，不是你老人我就不会骂的。我这个人不看老年轻什么，我看那个错不错而已，我不会客气的。你要什么？
我想说是这个，因为在21世纪呀、我认为是一个人体科学的世纪，也就是青海苏妈青海老师的世纪了。
我晓得啦，然后什么问题嘛？
但是我在大陆，因为很难见到你，所以我很想啊，把有一些我的这个做法啊，我过去的在大陆的一些做法，想向你汇报一下，完了看看，请你指示指示，看这么做呢，是不是有这对还是不对？因为我很难见到你。
OK， 你说。
好，
简单的哈。
好，因为呢，这个大陆不让讲你的名字，也不让传播你的这些知识啊。所以我就这个培养他们对师傅的尊敬吧。所以我就印了你的像啊，就把这个就把你像我说你是人体科学中的爱因斯坦，啊，我说你是当代的居里夫人啊。另外你把
什么意思？啊？哦。
我说你人体科学家，因为你是得了世界精神领袖奖，可是在国内不能讲精神领袖，所以我就说你是一个人体科学家中的领袖啊。另外你在这个因为他给你造了很多谣啊，是吧？所以我后来我就在你的杂志上啊翻到了你2篇给中国大陆91年大水灾啊寄去了150万美元，是哈，这个是啊，后来我就马上利用。 大陆最权威的人士了，就是毛泽东了。他的语录啊，讲哈，他一个外国人呐、毫不利己，专门利人啊。这个听到我们国家闹的特大水灾，不远万里汇来155万港元，这是什么精神？毛主席说，这是国际主义精神。青海教授。 这是中国人民同甘苦共患难的好朋友，我们怎么能够相忘？所以我就利用这个贴在你的相片背后，散发到全国很多学员里去，所以他们他们就可以看你的眼睛，就可以念你的名字，因为你看这是白求恩的精神呢，是不是？是这个毫不利己专门利人，所以我就用了种种这个办法来宣传啊，就让大家都能得到你的教育，见到你一面就能够啊解脱啊。
好吧，你继续做吧。
他也不许讲超三界，他也不许说啊提出来说是学佛成佛，这不行的，不能公开讲的啊。那么他也不许被这个，再还有呢，他也不许说传播佛教的，这东西他也不许讲啊。他也不许叫人家说参禅打坐，在公开大学里讲，他也不允许的。这个。所以根据这情况啊，又根据普贤老师根据普贤这个菩萨讲嘛哈，他有2个地方要求我们的弘法，一个地方是布满了鲜花，一个地方是布满了棍棒和这个打击。那我们应该上哪去呢？我们应该上那个有棍棒的地方去。所以我的本质这个精神，因为我也生长在大陆了，所以我也必须想为老师做点工作，我也只好冒着这些危险了哈。所以我怎么办呢？我就把这个你呀，就不是叫做无上师，因为上师佛教名词嘛，我叫青海教授。因为灵魂这个问题啊，因为你说那个灵体这个问题啊，
可以，没问题。
你说灵体啊，但是要宣传灵体，他们就要打击我，是吧？
没关系，我也是教授啊。
因为你讲了，因为我看你的这个1至6册的讲啊，人有外面有6层的外衣，中间才是灵体，所以后来我就把你的这个理论呢变成了叫人体原子核的理论。我说原子核外面有6层轨道每层轨道到了最里面的轨道能级最高， 所以我就把我的研究院，包括我在美国成立研究院，就叫做人体核能研究院。所以这么一来，我在大陆啊就会畅行无阻，在很多名牌大学可以讲课。人家问我说搞什么东西，我不说我信佛，我也不讲，我说我是研究人体核能理论。我说这伟大的教授是谁呢？就是当代的爱因斯坦，就是这个青海教授。原理我就说是，因为你
校长啊，校长啊，
所以我要不做这些掩护呢，他在大陆就一寸步难行啊。所以这么来，我把它上升到一个科学理论。
这个不是掩护了，是真的是这样子。
是，
就是语言不一样而已。
对，
我们讲也讲不完了。所以一个是叫佛，一个是叫基督，然后两个已经打仗了。所以你多一个出来，等一下不晓得第三排都一起打了。这个是很科学的事情啊，可以这样讲没问题。这个那个用啊，那个什么，他以前那个心理那个，勇哥，他也是有讲有关那个身体有继承那个东西啊。都一样啊，都可以解释。
但我没有看你的这个书以前呢，我不敢提出这个问题，因为我看了以后才知道哦，灵体在嘴里边，所以我就说是这就它的能量最大，是大力量啊。
对，
所以我说把它叫做原子核，人体原子核，所以我就说是这是一种人体核能量理论。所以你就是现代呀发现了人体核能量的居里夫人呐，我就这么说，是这意思啊。
我变成科学家了哈，
因为你是人体科学家，也是一样啊，你这个伟大发现比他们那个这个发现还要伟大了，所以因为对人的造福是很大，所以在这么情况，后来我又把你的书上的这个讲的话呀，又变成青海教授3大定律啊，我把你的音频、光频这个总结啊，观音法门我们不能传播的呀，一说观音，人家说我又是宣传封建菩萨了哈，所以我就说是呢，我说是这就是说人呐，只有提高之一，因为我看了很多书啊。这小猫、小狗、石头跟人有什么区别呢？就它的振动频率不一样，振动力不一样。
谁跟你讲啊？
不，你书上有这个话，你说有这个话，所以我想怎么办呢？所以我用近代的物理把它联系，就说这个所有的众生都有佛性，我不是众生都有佛性，我说众生呢都有一种振动波。但它振动波的不一样的区别，它是石头、是植物还是动物还是高级动物？所以我就把这个众生都有佛性这么个原理啊，我就变成青海教授第一定律，就是众生都有一种波，但这个波高
一样。不过等一下他们看到那个原稿几颗开悟吃药的时候，你怎么解释啊？没关系，那个时候再说，那语言不一样而已啊。OK。
所以一共总结你有3大定律，所以我就利用这个在很多需要讲他们就躲开了封建迷信来搞这么一些东西，所以好像就印了心，他们一看这个很有道理。
对，
就是这样。
就是因为我们在台湾来讲这些事情，那么
没关系，
他们就说哎呀，那你跑到大水教就好了，听懂吗？所以我才因为台湾都是佛教嘛，
是，
所以没办法用这个讲话而已啊。
是。
即使我讲这样子的话，还会有别人不喜欢的，所以没办法，我去大陆也会讲跟你差不多的。谢谢。就是因为没办法用一种语言的那个定力跟大家讲了，所以还讲什么都对了，主要就是了解那个内容，用名字不大重要，你讲这样就是蛮了解了啊。不过去天主教就要讲耶稣嘛。去佛教的地方又要讲佛嘛，然后有时候讲那边他就把它印到那边去，讲这佛的国家，他就把它印到那个天主教家，有时候这样很乱了，我来不及改啊。有时候我说印到哪边就要改在那边一点呐，别人说不要再提佛，就提那个耶稣或是天国在内就好了。不过他们有时候来不及改，他改头我也不改，然后牛头马嘴也是一样，所以我不大管那么多，有时候也来不及啊。不科学，我想那边会接受，本来就这样子啊，用什么语言没关系，反正人家能了解，这样 OK 了。就是也不是说完全他们不对了，他们因为多数的人呢，像今天那些什么宗教啊，多数都是利用这个迷信而已啊，所以很多人不喜欢啊。所以如果那边他们那个 社会主义不喜欢的话，他们也不是完全没有理由的，了解吗？太迷信了，一直叫人家来拜那个什么木头石头，然后就也有什么那个福报什么一大堆的，然后就这样就够了，够什么够呢？比方说这样子啊，你去拜银行经理，你会有钱吗？奇怪了，哎呀，这不合逻辑吗？所以很多人有逻辑，他不喜欢听这样，他就知道这样骗人而已。可惜啊，如果这些所谓的共产都是社会主义的人哈，如果真正了解我讲什么的话，他们会接受啊，因为没有别的选择了。啊，天主教他们也不要，佛教更不要，什么教他们都不要。这个，因为都是有教理，没有真正的那个里面的那个方法，没有那个精华嘛。所以当然他们念了一半年了，都累了，他说：“哎呀，算了。”听懂吗？不能证明什么，我们这个方法就可以自己证明给自己看。真的有那种理论了，有那种超世界的那种电波啊，那种光亮啊，我们用普通眼睛看不到的，应该发展自己潜能里面的才看得到，才发掘更多宇宙的奥妙，到现在没发现过，这样他们就懂了，很简单了。何必佛？就是因为他们知道这都佛的事情，我就没办法，我就卖佛嘛。啊，他们喜欢买这种东西啊，我就把那个名牌贴上去啊。如果科水家需要，我就把它科水名牌贴上去，一样的东西啊。贴名牌不一样啊，只要合理就好了。那裤子不能贴那个上衣上去啊，就好了。那裤子也可以过来美国就写 trousers 嘛。我跑到越南就写不一样啊，等等这样的，没问题。我现在变老师教授了啊，知道了。所以我们这边也是一种大水，不是说不对，超越大水啊，水的就不用笔，不用词，什么都不用，不用交水费，什么都不需要哪一种程度都可以进去。不用什么证明的那个 paper 毕业也没人应该晓得，根本没有什么问题，不用卖这些东西赚钱的OK 好了 ，Any other question? All right, I guess you all understand Chinese, so it's okay with me. The one who just came now, what did you do outside? By the way. What TV? Oh, luxurious, huh? Anyone who leaves tomorrow? Okay. Anyhow, tomorrow you can leave with pleasure. Anybody want to come tomorrow? Yeah! Why? Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Initiation, right? What time?
7 o'clock.
7 at night?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How many people you know already? No, nobody know.
About
143? Oh, okay. So, you better. Okay. You hope. Anyhow, you better take your umbrella and raincoat because the 150 will fill this room, and then you just stand outside, be bodyguards, right? And trying to squeeze some blessing out of the door. How's that? Correct. All right. So take your raincoat and umbrella. You better do in case it rains, yeah. Besides, I told you already. Every time I come, you should, connect the two roofs together with a canvas or something. It's very easily done. Why didn't you do it? You know there will be a lot of people. And I have told you 2 weeks in advance. What's the reason you did not? Last time you did, this time you did not. Why? People get more, cannot be less every day. And even if they stand outside, there's a roof on top. It's better than nothing. Why didn't you do? Yesterday you saw already a lot of people and you should have done it today. I have told somebody to do it yesterday even. but nothing done. As usual. And I told them to look for the price and the size of the land. Today I got only 50% of the answer. The price, of course. All they want is money. And no information, anything about how big the land is, whether it's worth the money or not. About 3, 4, 5 acres. Yeah, if your boss tell like that to you, is okay? No. Oh, you just work and maybe I give you maybe $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000. 3 is different than 4. 4 is different than 5. Here, every inch count. Don't you think so? Yes. Just a square, 10 inches. One very fertilized lady can sit on it. Huh? So, even more so with that 1 acre, huh? Can park a lot of cars, put a lot of tents, or sit a lot of people, and grow many fruit trees. So don't tell me 4, 3, or 5. I want an exact number. We always do things like this. And just a little thing I have to repeat again and again and again. I keep sending you out for information. It's not necessary. I hope in the future you improve your way of working. Otherwise, there's no hope really. I'm the only one that works to death. But if you really love me, 50% of what you told me, this wouldn't happen. You would work together and think about the idea what to do and reminding each other what to do. Instead of everything you just see the contact person and things like that. Yesterday I said it openly about the land, no? Did I? Yes. So, not only contact person, huh? No, nobody pushed the work. They only push me. Or push each other for something that you like for your own benefit. And you must help me, huh? I have only 1 mouth, 2 legs, 2 arms, exactly like you, no more. I just have more work, and it can't be less every day. It should be more and more all the time. But you stay standing your feet at the same place every year. How could that be? How can I survive? Don't you ever think like that? Don't you ever think about my work? My need for your help? And your need to grow up? And your need to improve your technique of survival and of working and of helping other people? Why don't you think about this helpful information for yourself instead of thinking about all kind of nonsense? Not necessarily things like thinking about boys and girls, for example. You can. You don't have to occupy all your time for this. Understand? Yes. I also think about boys and girls too, but it takes about 5 minutes a day. If it happens. You can't afford to waste your time on the issue that you can decide quickly. Understand? If you want a girl, get one. If you want a boy, get one. It won't take more than 5 minutes. Yeah, just tell her, I like you. Right? And yes or no? No. And tell her I don't have time. I want the answer right now. And if she say no, forget it. Don't get another one. If you cannot get anyone, then forget it altogether. And try to focus on what you must do for yourselves or for others, yeah? If you cannot work on what you want, then work on what you have, all right? I told you many times, many examples. If I like to help the Vietnamese the most, but if I know I can, I stop it. You know, I cannot stand in over there and wasting all my time for that. I have to get on with other work. If I cannot do this, okay, let it be so. Let it be God's will, and I find some other work to do. Huh? If I cannot help the Vietnamese, I help other people. It's the same. They are citizens of the world. Understand? Yes. Same thing. Same thing to us, huh? You have to improve in every aspect. Go fast, go quick. What happens if the world ends tomorrow, the way they predicted? Huh? Everybody predicts something, but maybe one time it's true. Maybe it has not been true so far, but it might be true tomorrow. It might be true this time. What will you do then? You have done nothing for yourself and society so far. You think you can die like that? Of course you can. No one cares, but you will. You will feel bad when you go up to heaven and look down upon the planet. See what a mess it has been. And you have done nothing to fix it. Not even your 1/10 of your best. Then you feel very sorry. And that's why you come back. Because at that time you look with the eyes of the soul. With the eyes of wisdom and knowledge. And no one can tell you what to do anymore. And you cannot hide anymore from the truth. It doesn't matter how many people tell you that you have been okay. You know you have been not okay. And that is what makes you come back to this earth again and again. Because the soul will be always awakened after we take away this physical body. You will be always in the soul consciousness, at least for a while. And then you know what's happening. You look through all kind of Maya illusion. You see everything. You see what you have done with your life. And how many people you cheated. For example, how many times you tell lie. And you will not forgive yourself. That's what will make us come back. There's no Lord, no God, no judgment, except our own. So just get on with what you can today and do it.
Yes, Master.
And for yourself. I told you many times. That's why when we do things, we should keep quiet. We don't have to broadcast it, because it's only for yourself. Anything that is done against our own best judgment and wisdom will be registered as well. And then we will know. We know that we have done it with ego, with desire, for fame and profit. Nobody has to know, but we know, right? So we have to do everything perfectly and flawlessly, so that we can have a peaceful transition to the next existence. That's all, okay? All kind of work, all kind of religious teaching, all kind of meditation, all kind of internal examination, internal, what? Check me please. Huh? Introspection, right. Only so that we can keep our soul in the supreme awareness, so that we don't make mistake, yeah? So that we will know ourselves that we have progressed in the universal school, yeah? Then we go higher and higher all the time. If we stay in one class, we must double learn again, and it takes a lot of trouble. Anyhow, we should always come forward and never backward. Don't believe anybody who tell you that the soul will always grow forward all the time. No, it's a free choice. You can become animal again if you don't take care of your life. If your action, your speech, and thought are similar to animals, vibration and level, then we have to come back as animal. Depends. Animals are not the worst reincarnation of all things. Insects are the worst level of reincarnation in the animal kingdom. Worse still are trees, stones, etc. Every tree that you see on the street has a soul in it. Isn't that frightening to you? The human soul can regress into this kind of situation, and it takes aeons of time to return to human standard again. And if you fail again, you'll be in more trouble. Every time we come back to human life, we promise the moon, we promise the world to God. Then we say, I'll do it better. I surely do. I will. I promise. I vow to do it. Doesn't matter how difficult it will be. Doesn't matter how I suffer. Doesn't matter how many obstacles will be on my way. I will do it. Because at that time, you remember with the power of the soul, you don't want to go back to that kind of existence again. So you promise everything. And at that time, you were sincere. It's not that you want to cheat God or anything. You can't. Because at that time, it's truly your conscience was speaking. So you will do that. But then when you come down here, you forget everything. And then you're lazy. You make excuses for yourself. All the karmas come back. All the dark side of the nature surround you. And then you just drop it. And then you come back again. And the more time you come, more obstacles. But you make more promises. And you have more affinity with more people. Good and bad alike. A good person may be okay for you. They don't take account. But bad person, whatever you promise them and you don't do it, next time you must come back and do it. Because they will remember. Things like that. It's very difficult. That's why I tell you, don't have so many wives, husbands, and girlfriends, and boyfriends. Whatever you promise, you have to do it. Sooner or later. You know, the more affinities you create, the stronger the webs, the bigger the obstacles, the bigger the opportunities, the more opportunity for obstacles to be on your way. And then every time you come back again, there will be more people. Because you have so a lot more affinities with many other people. Then they come back too. If they're liberated, maybe okay. If you promise the same school students, yeah, like initiated people, maybe it's all right because you both will come up. If you promise somebody else outside, he will come back because he's not liberated. And then you must come back to fulfill your promise that you have broken or you have not fulfilled. And that's a very sad affair. That's why the less we come here, the better. And when we come, we must come with full knowledge. Then we have less trouble. I cannot tell you enough because sometimes when I tell you, you think I speak to you in some personal way in case I want you to work for me or something like that. But I see the full picture, not the corner of one person or two. It applies to everybody. Sometimes we come down here in this world and God gives us a lot of equipment, including good look, robust health, super intelligence, multi-talents, in order for us to protect ourselves in this world and to have work done in a more comfortable way. Because God knows it's very difficult to work in this world, very difficult to play a perfect role in this stage of the universe. So we are allowed to take with us whatever God thinks is fit, no? Or you think you need for the work of this world. But then, these instruments, like talents, good look, intelligence, super strength, etc., have also side effect. Because it will give you vainglory feeling and will give you the power to conquer people and draw their attention, love, admiration, respect for yourself. But this is the point. You should draw people only so that you can help them to liberation and higher consciousness, not for your own benefit, not so that you satisfy your own desire for having more women around you, more men to worship you, just because you feel good like that. Sometimes we come down here in this world and God gives us a lot of equipment, including good look, robust health, super intelligence, multi-talents, in order for us to protect ourselves in this world and to have work done in a more comfortable way. Because God knows it's very difficult to work in this world, very difficult to play a perfect role in this stage of the universe. So we are allowed to take with us whatever God thinks is fit, no? Or you think you need for the work of this world. But then these instruments, like talents, good look, intelligence, super strength, etc., have also side effect, because it will give you vainglory feeling and will give you the power to conquer people and draw their attention, love, admiration, respect for yourself. But this is the point. You should draw people only so that you can help them to liberation and higher consciousness, not for your own benefit, not so that you satisfy your own desire for having more women around you, more men to worship you, just because you feel good like that. You understand what I mean? Yes. That is a problem too. So every instrument has two sides. So if you use it well, it will serve you well. Many of the people come down here to do some work, but then not many return, because it's very difficult to return once you come down. That's why there is a need of an enlightened teaching to come down, accompany you, telling you, you must not do that, must not do this if you want to go back home. You must refrain yourself from many of the trap in this world. Then you can go back quickly, etc., etc. But then, when we come to this world, equipped with all the talents, intelligence, good look, health, luck, money, everything, then we're too comfortable. We do not remember where the blessing comes from. We think it's due to our own personality, our talent, our good look, our intelligence, our luck, that we have all what we have. It's not true. In exchange for this, we have to do work. We must help people. We must use our instruments, our equipped apparatus for the universal purpose. Otherwise, we will fall less than we can ever imagine after using up universal blessing. That's why many kings and queens and all that, they fail miserably. They go to very low level of consciousness, because once they are in power, they have everything. Everybody bow to them, to their every wishes. Then it's very difficult for them to come out of this luxurious trap and try to serve mankind with their power and position. When the king is endowed with all this wealth, power, and ability, and many helpers, the purpose is that he can use it to benefit his country as well as the world. But he can also use it to benefit himself. As a king, he has everything. So, two ways, see? That's why we have free will, but it's dangerous. We don't know how to use it. It's very easy for the king to always demand things for himself and try to take care of himself instead of take care of his subjects, no? Because everybody loves themselves the most, to be honest, huh? Today I have headache, tomorrow I have toothache. Today I want this, tomorrow I want that. I'm always occupied with what I want. And then because I'm too occupied with what I want, I inevitably will forget what everybody else wants if I don't have enough time. And most of people who take care of themselves is already a lot of trouble and occupy most of their time. Look at most of people in the world. They're working about 10 hours a day. To do what? Huh? Do you think all of them have a high noble idea that they do that for the benefit of mankind? No. That comes secondary. That is a side effect. All the school teaching people, you have to graduate with good points so that you can have a good work, good job. And then you can have a house, and then you can have a beautiful wife. Then you can have beautiful children. And then your children can have this and that and other. Your wife can have this and that and other. That's the prime motive of most of the people in the world. And there's a motive that most of the school brainwashed into the student's mind. So they grow up with it. And then they do everything just to fulfill that purpose. Isn't that not so?
Yes.
Am I over exaggerating? No. It's honestly so. It's not much to be done. It's not much really that we offer to the world. I don't say everybody is like that, just the majority. And the majority is a frightening figure. So, whatever we say, it comes just to survival. Whatever we do, it comes just to food and comfort. Whatever job you take, it boils down to that. So remember, check yourself up. It's not that you have to leave everything, go anywhere, do anything. But think about it, Make it more noble. It's time of your life. So that you know that you're truly noble, that's all. And you really came from a noble heritage from heaven. And that will be for yourself graduation, satisfaction, no one else. We don't need praise and blame because only us know what we are worth. Nobody can really read our mind. Some people can, but to certain extents only. And when we are in their vicinity only, when we are alone in our dark night, no one knows. And no clairvoyance bother to look into everybody else's mind in this earth and burden himself with all the garbage of the people, turbulent thinkings inside, no? So, we are a secret entity, and we like to keep it that way. And meanwhile, we have a big show to the world. You saw the film called Mask? The Mask? Yeah, that's what we are. Most people are like that. Yeah? We put up a mask in different situation, a different mask. And then I think there will be a time when we must sit down or lay down and introvertly checking up our own dark corner and see what is there. And that's the best way, we can improve ourselves. Otherwise, no matter how long I speak, no matter how many examples I make for you, no matter how much I explain, no matter how many actions I bring up so that you can learn, you won't. Because the first thing is to be honest to yourself first. You know what you want. You know what you do every day. Not everybody else knows. And we have to see whether we live a life worthy of all this food and drink that we cost the world every day. If you say, I work, I earn my money, it's true too. But since when did you work? And the work you do, is that really enough to cover everything? And how about the 20 years before? When you cost a lot of papers and pens, doodling in the school, and not doing homework, for example, or cheat at the exam, or throw paper at the teachers and put your hands behind your back and sit there like a solemn student, a good one, or for example like that. After 20 years before, we do nothing to the world, we just exist. We make demand on parents, on teachers and friends and relatives and anybody. What did we do then? And then maybe the 40 years of the last, or 20 years of the last period of our life, we cannot do much, right? 60 years you finished, right? Or 65? Depends, huh? And then we have a lot of free time before and after the working period, see? In this free time, we don't do much for the world. And during the working time, we don't do much either. The motive is just to earn our living. That's the only motive for working. Huh? Of course, there are some people who do work for the world, research and things like that. And their idea was just to serve the world really. And they don't profit too much out of it. Sometimes they do. Yeah, the commercialized scientists we have everywhere. And if they don't commercialize their invention, other people will come in and try to commercialize it for them. And then have a lot of money out of it. So the motive for everywhere is money. To become rich and famous. Or that's why not many scientists can offer their inventions to the world. For example, if you are very famous, if you have invented something which is really benefit to mankind, but by your invention, you will harm many other businessmen, like Tesla, Nicholas. The things he invented, some people use it today, but when he was alive, he was rejected, almost persecuted. So he has to live in hiding, trying to do his best in his own capacity and financial minimum. That's why his ideas has not been realized fully. Because if it's realized fully, many companies will have to declare bankruptcy. He can't make money anymore, for example, like that. So they find a way to do with him, do away with him in different ways. See, so sometimes we blame God for making our lives miserable here, no convenience, electric bill too high, things like that. And why don't God send some genius down and help us? When He sends some morons hide him, or hit him, or abuse his power, or just make him miserable, or damage his property and talents, things like that. You know what I mean? So very difficult. It's like Jesus, He came down and people killed Him. Buddha came down, many people slander Him, so that it's difficult for Him to work too. So we don't blame God anymore, we must do something in our power to help speed up mankind's evolution, including our own. Otherwise, what else can I tell you? There's one of my attendants. He came recently to Mary, and he told me, because I often scold the residents, and not always scolding, but you know what it's like to work with stupid eggs, with damaged tools, and I have to always fix it. You know, like you buy a fifth-hand car, cheap, okay, but you fix it all the time. Yeah, sometimes you go 2 kilometers and stop and fix it. And then go another 3 kilometers, I have to stop and fix it. And you get fed up one time or another, you know, and then you kick the car sometimes. And nobody can blame you, yeah? But they will if you're a master. You can't kick your car. They expect you to be noodle, soft. But theory and practice is different, If I am to be soft all the time, I don't think you can progress very quickly. If you're honest to yourself, say yes or no. Yes. Don't say it because I'm here. Okay, thanks. Still, you progress too slow for me. All right. So now come back to Mary. As a new resident who came to Mary, and he used to be God, So now he left his home, came to Mary and stay. I often scold. Not that often, but because there are many people there, so it looks like often. If every day I dig out about 2 persons, that's already often enough. Because every day I work with many people and are they about to make mistakes, or they're lazy, or they don't think, or they overdo, or they underdo. Yeah? Only sometimes they do it good, then I'm so happy. Oh, I nearly kneel down and worship them. I said, my God, you're fantastic. Wow, I'm so proud of you, things like that. But this is seldom. Never mind. Maybe I'm too demanding. Could be, Could be like that. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not very sure anymore about what is what. If I think it's no good, I just code. I don't think anymore. So now because of that, sometimes I complain, And whoever is beside me, I surely will complain to him. I don't care who that is and how much IQ he got. I just tell him my problem. I say, look, what I did. You see that? Do you see that? Oh, do you see that? How come? Do you think they'll do that? If it's you, will you do that? Or sometimes they dare not speak. Sometimes they say, yes, I wouldn't do that. How come she's so stupid? And next time we do the same. I don't know why. It seems to be very clear at that moment. It seemed that he can fix that problem better than the person previously. But then when he came to try his hand on, he do sometimes the same or worse. So anyhow, sometimes I complain to the next person, and say, look here, you tell him, this is illogical. Because I tell him he didn't listen. Maybe he listened to you. Come, go and tell him. And then things like that, you know. So and then he go and tell him, and then maybe that person understand for the 5th time. Yeah. And then so now, sometimes like that. So sometimes I scold them, and then I tell the person next to and things like that. Whoever happened to be next to me, I will give him something. In the hope that if it's become his turn, he will not do the same and bother me again. But you know what, theory and practice is always different. Always different. Now, that person seeing me sometimes scolding or fixing the residence, so he told me, actually, master, you know what? The people here are already the best. I said, what? You mean second best or what best? He said, well, really, they are already very best and very devoted. I said, well, I don't doubt your opinion. But what do you think? Why do you think like that? He said, because he was outside with other practitioners as before, you know, like family man and working, things like that. And he always worked with other fellow initiates. And he think that the residents in Sihu are more dedicated, are more one-pointed with their job and their practicing. I say, why? He said, because outside, you know, the other fellow initiates, they practice, yeah, but they enjoy their life too. Yeah, they have this and that and other, and they must go here, must go there, and must do this, must do that. You know what I mean? I'm practicing too. But here, the Sihu residents, they only do God's work. He forgot about the monthly allowance with $400 over, etc. But I won't tell him that because he knows too. Because last month they published the list of who is ordering what and how much for the first time in 10 years since I invaded Mary. Made it become my headquarters, for example, like this. So everybody knows who is who and what is what. Now, so perhaps he told me that before the list, before the publicized list of monthly allowance. I'm not sure if he changed his mind now. Anyhow, something like. So he told me that outside practitioners, they are more relaxed, you know. They more occupied with many things. Just life goes on as before, except the vegetarian diet. And maybe 4.5 or 3/4 precepts. Not completely 5. 3 and 3/4, something like that, of the precept. Yeah, conveniently now and again. Yeah. So he thinks that the residents in Sihu are really more dedicated, more pure at heart, and more efficient in work. Well, maybe it is so. Everyone tell me that, except myself. Are very difficult to convince me that they are good, because they don't work fast enough for me, and their reactions are not always precise, and they cost a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of brain trouble, and sometimes money. Just yesterday, I lost $35,000 through one of your American disciples. I don't tell you why. She just carelessly lost it. That's all. And this money is supposed to be for charity in other country, which I'm going to. Never mind, I get another 35,000 quickly, no problem. But that's not the point. Sometimes through carelessness, they lost a lot of money all the time. It's not $35,000, sometimes 200,000, sometimes more, sometimes 100 over. Sometimes through carelessness, sometimes through ego. Don't listen to my instruction. Just do the opposite or a little bit overdo. and it makes all difference. But you must all do that. You must try to learn from mistakes. It's all right, I allow, but I suffer. I allow you make mistakes, but I suffer a lot during these years. Many things I don't tell you. We lost a lot of money through the stupidity of the brain of human. Sometimes, you see, for example, like that, huh? Anyhow, it's not about the money. It's just the trouble therewith, you know, sometimes lawsuits and things like that, a lot of things. It's not money alone. Huh? Sometimes reputation because of their mistakes. You know, it affect our reputation as well. And the credibility of my work. And the relationship between me and our group and with the society, for example, then it's damaging. It's not just money. I'm just telling you because you understand money the most. When I say she damaged my energy, 2,000 kilowatts, you don't understand. But when I say she lost 200,000 US dollar, you say, oh, my God. Yeah. That's why I tell you also the money thing, so that you can compare and awaken a little bit. Money is not the worst problem that some of our disciples caused me. But in terms of money, everybody understand. $200,000 is nothing compared to what the damage in my energy and time and trouble, my health and my work, my reputation, etc., etc. And our time, our work, our reputation, even if you think it's also yours, then you got it. Huh? Energy is also something more worthy than money. Very difficult to replace and to work back again. Huh? When you say $200,000, it's nothing. You can earn it quickly if you're clever enough, like me. But 200,000 kilowatts of energy, how you earn it again? For example, like that, huh? But when I say they trouble me, they make a lot of trouble for me, they spend a lot of my energy. You don't understand nothing. I say it's nothing. It's Master. Master is so... She has a lot of energy. Huh? Might be. But this is... Oh, what for? If I tell you, you don't even care. You just demand I come see you and demand me do this and that. You never wane in your demanding. Never. Doesn't matter how physically I feel. That I have experienced. Not only you, I mean the disciples and other people. They will never think that I'm sick, anything to them. If I say I'm very sick today, I cannot see you, they don't care about that. Immediately after 5 minutes, why? Master don't come today. What's wrong? Why, I'm waiting a long time already. I just told him I'm sick, I'm sorry. 2 days later I come to see you, but no. Makes no difference to him. I have a lot of experience like that. Many different people. So I stopped complaining about my physical body. I stopped telling people how I feel today because nobody cares anyhow. I'm just wasting more energy. I'm trying to appeal to their love, their compassion. It's very difficult to rise humans' compassion in some people. So I'm lazy now to tell. Or whatever it is, I just take it. If I can do it, I can. If I cannot, I cannot. Sometimes I can force myself. Of course, human physics is very... you can use it a lot in a lot of ways, but I don't think too long. Just like car, huh? Don't believe people when they tell you you can dictate your body what to do. Not all the time. They're talking, everybody can. Huh? Of course you can, but in certain way and sometimes. If, for example, through meditation, you get less sickness, yeah? You have more strength. That's for sure. But how much? And if you have time to rest and meditate a lot or not. And then the amount of meditation and rest, is it equal to the amount you put out in energies and, and work, thing like that. It must balance. Otherwise, sometimes it takes a toll on your body. Thing like that. But why I'm going on about this? What was it before? Brother? God. Oh, God. What was it before? Huh?
The guard.
Oh, the guard, yeah, residence. Yes. He told me that as a lay I mean, that's outside disciples, he has more experience with outside people. And he thinks still the Miaoli residents are much better, already the best. Maybe I believe him, but how come I'm not satisfied? Sometimes I do think that way too. But that's when I think. And as soon as I work with him, that good thinking vanishes. Because I'm hit with reality again. With all lousiness, laziness, slowness, and, you know, the way you fiddle with things and work, the way you don't respond quickly and straightly to the demand, but go around it. And they have a lot of leisure time too. You know, I think they have more leisure time than me. Some of them work only 4 hours a day, sometimes 2.5 hours a day. And it's not that I don't find work for them, but sometimes difficult because they don't have the ability to do the work that I need. Most of the time, the people who can work for the things that I need have to be trained for sometimes, yeah? Apart from that, they have to also be more practicing, yeah?